As children, we were told sharing is caring, but for local creatives and creative practitioners, sharing is more than caring. It's crucial for building a supportive network and driving innovation and ideas that are central to our work. Over the past 12 weeks, I've conducted research amongst Brisbane-based creatives that has indicated a declining presence of sharing practices between emerging and established creatives. But on the flip side, my research also indicated a high demand from Brisbane creatives for greater access to creative resources, alongside a welcoming attitude towards a design solution that facilitates stronger sharing practices within the Brisbane creative community. That's why I've developed Hive. Hi, I'm Emily and I'm the creative mind behind Hive, an app that was made for the love of sharing. Hive aims to leverage traditional and tangible sharing practices to break down cliques and age-based barriers within the Brisbane creative community, ultimately to facilitate stronger connection and social ties. Hive enables creatives to list creative assets, so they could be spatial, resource, information-based, anything at all really, and exchange them with other creatives free of charge. That's what's unique about Hive. It works on an exchange model. The ideation phase of my app design began with some group research. We were looking into the concept of local villages. Initially, we felt like as a group we didn't have a common ground because we were each exploring such different facets of the local villages model. You know, some of us were interior designers, whereas I'm a graphic designer and I'm really drawn to human-centered, user experience-based projects. So that was kind of instantly my direction from the get-go. But we realized that something that was tying all of our projects together was this sense of belonging and connection and community. And so community and connection became a really guiding principle for the remainder of our research as a group. And I wound up looking at the role of the sharing economy in facilitating connection and belonging in contemporary communities. And I felt that that was a really untapped niche area, and I was like instantly intrigued. So from there I began conducting my own primary research, and the intention of this research was to find out if there was really a need for sharing practices in Brisbane. I gathered my research by conducting surveys online and also through two quite thorough interviews. Both my interviews and qualitative surveys indicated there was a distinct lack of resource and information sharing between Brisbane creatives and highlighted the role of financial barriers in limiting sharing, particularly for younger, less established creatives. But where my interviews differed was introducing the key issue of ageism and emphasising the lack of sharing between younger emerging creatives and older established creatives. Brand identity and interface design was a crucial consideration during my initial design ideation, as I wanted to ensure the app was not just user-friendly, but also visually appealing to varying age demographics. I felt I achieved this through a crafty but clean retro aesthetic in which collaged hero graphics that carried retro components were paired with a modern, simple app layout and interface. These hero graphics were primarily designed for the onboarding screens as well as the homepage, which is a space in the app dedicated to showcasing both established and emerging creatives as well as local events. To evaluate the design and functionality of the Hive app alongside its success in achieving its core mission, I conducted user testing with Clint Harvey. Clint is an experienced graphic designer who's been part of the Brisbane creative community for over 30 years. Clint was very welcoming of my app concept, going as far to say, "This is fucking brilliant." He believes what Hive offers is needed in the community, and by removing monetary barriers will both enable and encourage creatives to expand their horizons. But it wasn't all good news from Clint. Although he felt the functionality and layout of the app was on the money, he wasn't so sold on the visual language and colour palette. He felt some of the onboarding collages could be improved and that the palette was lacking energy. Lastly, Clint praised the app's indirect payment detail collection as a strategy for establishing accountability and instilling trust amongst users. Every creative has skills and things that they can offer, so no one is going to be left out.